What is up, everybody? Shauna D Man here, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys have yourselves a great weekend. The Auburn Tigers, um, basically got demolished by Arizona last night, 97-68, in a game where I I don't think there was much you could have done. Now, there was some stuff Auburn did that did not help in the game, but I'm gonna be quite honest. Like, this game got so out of hand so quickly. I was like flipping back and forth watching the ACC championship and the Big Ten championship games in college football yesterday because it was just nothing Auburn could have done would have fixed the situation. And again, this feels like the Michigan game. The problem with this team and going forward is teams that are very talented, very physical bigs. Auburn's going to get pushed around a lot. It happened with Michigan. It happened here, and it's probably going to happen again with Purdue when they play them here in a few weeks. Um, Maybe Purdue, but definitely Arizona and Michigan. But I really don't have much to say about this game because there was just just look at this. I mean, the Hod had 30. He had 30 points, but he he played better as the game went on. But at that point, the game was already out of hand. Like, it was just I don't have words to describe what I saw. But you got Keyshawn Hall, 13 points, 3 of 11 shooting. Keyshawn Murphy, 8, 4 of 8. Elijah Freeman, again, he's playing minutes, but he's not really giving you anything. Yeah, he had 3 rebounds. He also had 2 turnovers, steal and a block. Uh, but offensively, he's really not giving you anything. And then Kevin Overton, after his performance he had against NC State, definitely fell back down to earth. 1 of 8, 0 of 4. Definitely played like he had been playing before the NC State game. So that just tells me that NC State is a very bad defensive team. And I mean, Chahad did most of what he could. Like, it's a good stat line, 10 of 19, 5 of 9, 5 for 5 from the three. You got 3 rebounds, 1 assist. But then, like, obviously the bench, you didn't get much out of the bench. So, I mean, Arizona just dominated, and we're gonna get to, like, what did Arizona do stats wise? Like, let's see. Yeah, man, look at that. All 5 of their starters, well, 4 of their 5 were all into double digits, and Arizona was pretty much they were getting whatever they wanted. To be fair, like, at the beginning, they were definitely dominating the points in the paint, and as soon as Auburn tried to commit to stop that, Auburn would give up the shooters outside, and they made majority of their threes, I think, because they shot 61% from the field, 40 from there were 6 of 15 from three. But the field goal is where it hurt the most, 41 of 67. Like, that's insane. And Auburn's gonna get bullied on the inside. I'm curious. I gotta go back and look. What did Michigan do? Where are you at, Michigan? What did they do? Box scored. They were 35. They were 51. They were 51%. So Arizona was 10% percentage points higher than what Michigan did to Auburn. So, but yeah, it was just a mess. 75% from. All right, let's look at the stats. So, 61% compared to 33% field goals. You were 6 of 25. They were 6 of 15. I mean, they were a little bit more. They were more efficient. I mean, 6 of 15 compared to you shot 10 more than, or you attempted three more than what they did. Obviously 40% from three compared to 24. You went to the free throw line a lot. There were definitely calls where, like, Keyshawn Hall is really good at drawing fouls, and in the first half, he was definitely getting fouled. They just weren't calling the fouls. So I mean, they went to the line. They were 20 or 25 from the free throw line. Like, 40 rebounds to 34. Now some of these are probably like late second half as the game was already out of hand. I mean, Auburn lost by 30 points, so the game was probably already out of hand. So Auburn and Arizona probably had their backups in. So some of this may be skewed. So the stats don't really represent what we actually saw in the game. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. They had 29. You had 18. They had 23 assists. Both steals were even in steals. You had one more block. You have 15 turnovers after you just had what 20 against NC State. Um, but points in the paint. Look at that. 24 to 60. 24 to 60. Like, Auburn got dominated in the paint, and it just felt like Arizona, they just could not miss for the most part. Like, if it wasn't a three, and obviously the three, but like most times if they're 2 pointers, they're layups and stuff like that, I think they hustled a lot better than Auburn. There was a little, it looks like there was a little spat between Tahad and Keyshawn, and Stephen kind of had to like break it up a little bit, but it felt like guys weren't really helping out as much. There was a moment for sure towards the end of the first half where it was just a lot of selfish basketball going on. And this team cannot play. They can't play like that. They can't play selfish basketball like that. And again, shouldn't really be surprised. This team is gonna shouldn't be surprised. Like, I think these were the games that we talked about at the beginning of the season where, because of like the size and stuff like that, and all, because Auburn doesn't have like a Janai Broom, they don't have a Dylan Cartwheel, they don't have a Cheney Johnson. So I mean, no disrespect to like Jovic or Murphy, but they tend to get bullied a good bit against these more physical bigs and things like that. And like, this is where, like, in the off season, I would have loved for Auburn to actually get a true center. Now, Aporum, I don't think he's. Let me see. I don't think he's classified as a center. Could be wrong. Let me see. Keyshawn Hall's a forward. Let's see, Aporum. Yeah, see, Aporum's a center, but he's raw. He's not a guy yet that you can rely. I mean, maybe I would have loved to see him out there potentially to see what he could have done against some of the other bigs in the paint for Arizona. I think that could have maybe alleviated some of the pain that was going on, but I just it was just a night where nothing was going to work. And so, because I'm like I said at the beginning, I think Houston was one. I think I was concerned about the Houston game, but Houston didn't really have any like massive bigs, but they were a very physical team, and Auburn almost fought back and won the game if Keyshawn Hall didn't get injured during the last couple of minutes of the game. And then obviously Michigan, that was just. But then we see what Michigan did to like Gonzaga, and they played somebody, Houston. I think maybe it was Houston. They played somebody else in that Players Era Festival. We saw what they did. Arizona's probably going to be the number one team in the country come like what Monday when the new rankings come out. Purdue lost, but Purdue is still a very good basketball team. So some of the matchups you thought Auburn would lose kind of did lose. Um, but so now you're looking at it. They got Chattanooga next Saturday, so they got a week off. So they should win that. So they should be what, 8-3. Then they play Purdue. To be quite honest, that's probably going to be a loss. So that's 8-4, and then they play Queens University on December 29th. That should be a win, and so you should be going into SEC play 8-4, which is not bad compared to the tough. Because like you could have lost to Oregon, you could have lost to St. John's. Um, you almost lost to Bethune-Cookman, but I think going 8-4 into the SEC play with this non-conference is good. I think that's relatively good, but I'm wondering if this team is going to gel enough to not make a run in the SEC, but position themselves to get like a double bye or just a bye in general during the SEC tournament, that kind of stuff. Because I don't know. I don't know. This team still has a long, long way to go before they are, the Harlem Globetrotters or something like that. But they got a lot of work. They do. We will most definitely see how things play out the rest of the way. But we got a long season to go. Tough games with like Michigan and like, because what was you lost to Michigan by 30 points. So you lost to Michigan by 30 points. You lost to Arizona by 31 points. So hey, the only thing you can do is improve and get better from this. That's the best thing that you can do about that. So we'll see. We'll see how they respond. They got a week off, so we won't really hear much about them until they play Chattanooga next Saturday. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's relatively it. Just wanted to give my quick little thoughts on the game. If you're new to the channel, be sure you hit that like and subscribe button, comment below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a good one.